welcome back. We are back with Wishbodysseus. I think that works. Wishbodysseus. And we want to get in this cave to get the magical map that Athena said we could have. But there's a Polyphemus in the way. So, in order to get into that cave, what we'll need to do is use that shiny helmet we got. And we are going to use it on the cave door. So when Polyphemus rolls that back, we lodge it there.
It's a doorstop! It could even be a salad bowl if we ever get it out of there.
Okay, so let's go into the cave.
I know what you're thinking, and the answer is no. There's no way that I can move that rock.
Okay, you don't have to, dude. Just go in.
That big ugly guy looked pretty unfriendly. I should take some men in with me just to be safe.
Good idea. Safety in numbers and all that. Alright, so this is the Cyclops cave. Cozy. We got some sheepies. We've got a blanket, it looks like. Keep warm and cold in the night. The music's ominous. Alright. Oh, hey guys, welcome. They are clones, my goodness gracious. They are all identical. Oh, it's you. How'd you close the... Oh, my poor helmet.
Hello, sheep. Polyphemus is home. Did you miss me? What? Someone's here?
Oh.
Tattle sheep.
So, little man, why have you come to the home of great Polyphemus?
Did he just say... Tell me?
Alright, so we have an option here. We can tell him the truth, or we can be careful. Now, Odysseus, his defining feature in the Odyssey, is that he is cunning and careful and cautious, so we are going to be careful.
Oh, well, you see, we're, shipwrecked. Yeah, and there's only us 5 left alive, and we need your help.
Only you 5 little scrawny men? Then Polyphemus can't eat you now.
Good.
Hey, thanks.
I must send you for dessert.
Okay, let's review. This big ugly monster isn't going to help us at all. Instead, he's going to eat us! Oh! I gotta do something! Attack! Just try to look friendly and come...
Again, Odysseus is very calm, cunning, and crafty, so let's go ahead and just kind of play cool, man.
Right. He's probably too strong for us, but we're cunning, crafty, heroic types, right? We'll think of something. Boy, I sure could use some help here.
So as you can see, this thing here is blinking. Kind of nervous, though, because last time I clicked on it, it crashed my game. And it's going to crash my game again. Nope. Okay. So, this is the Odyssey's synopsis that is in the game, and it's actually pretty clever. So, a clever escape. Odysseus and his men are in a tight spot. Instead of being invited to dinner, they're about to become the main course for a one-eyed monster. Odysseus is a smart guy, though, and he's got a pretty clever trick up his sleeve to help his men escape from the horrible Cyclops. King Odysseus does not get any sleep that night. He stayed awake to guard his men and plan the details of their escape. Morning arrived, and the Cyclops' flock of sheep grew hungry for their breakfast. They began to bleat and snort to wake their dreadful master. The giant Cyclops awoke. He sat up slowly, rubbing his one eye. Then he stretched his enormous arms and pushed the boulder from the mouth of the cave. Hundreds of sheep stampeded out of the cave, to graze in the fields. The Cyclops stared at Odysseus. His mighty voice rumbled through the cave. "Tonight when I return, all of you will be my dinner," or dessert as it is. He roared. Then, laughing cruelly, he trudged outside and slammed the boulder in the opening behind him. Seeing the trunk of a fallen tree laying against the wall of the cave, Odysseus immediately began giving orders to 7 of his men. "Take that club and strip the bark from it with your swords. We will sharpen the end of it to make a spike." He instructed the other 3 men to build up a fire till it was very hot. When the giant spike was ready, the point of the tremendous weapon was put into the fire to heat. Then Odysseus explained his clever plan to the others. Just as he finished, the horrible Cyclops returned. "And now," he roared as he replaced the boulder in the cave's mouth, "I eat my dinner!" "Wait," said King Odysseus, "I have not told you my name. Aren't you curious about who I am?" "Yes, I want to know who I am eating for dinner." "All right, stranger, who are you?" "My name is No One," said Odysseus. "No One? Well, Mr. No One, it's a pleasure to eat you." The Cyclops reached a long claw towards Odysseus. "Wait!" cried the king. "What now?" asked the Cyclops. "I am getting very hungry." "You have not had any wine. Please, taste some of this excellent wine we brought from our ship." That sounds good to me, the Cyclops agreed. Pour! 2 sailors lifted the giant bowl from which the Cyclops drank. Odysseus filled it with wine, and the Cyclops glurped it down. This wine is good, the monster shouted. I want more. Another bowl was filled and drunk as quickly as the first. More, the Cyclops cried again. Again the bowl was filled. The wine began to do its job. The Cyclops' eye began to blur and his head began to spin. Finally, the giant tumbled to the floor and fell fast asleep. Odysseus and his men ran to the burning spike that lay within the fire. They heaved it high above their heads. Then, on the count of 3, they plunged the burning point into the Cyclops' eye. The Cyclops howled in pain. He leapt to his feet and wrenched the burning tree from his eyes. Screaming, he lurched around the cave. The shrieks of the Cyclops were so loud that all the other Cyclops on the island heard them. Knowing that one of their own was in trouble, they raced to the cave to see what was the matter. What is it? They called. What's wrong with you? He blinded me! He blinded me! The wounded Cyclops complained. Who? No one blinded me! No one! Well, if no one blinded you, why did you yell? Leave us alone! With that, the other monsters went back to their homes. Oh, I get it. It's a play on words. The Cyclops fumbled by the mouth of the cave and tore away the boulder. Then he sat by the entrance with his hands stretched out to grab anyone who tried to run past him and escape. Odysseus had yet another clever plan. He quickly tied his men underneath the sheep where they were hidden in the animal's thick wool. Odysseus saved the fattest sheep for himself. He stretched himself out beneath the animal's shaggy belly. As the sheep ran outside, the Cyclops felt each one's back, checking for the escaping prisoners. He never guessed the men were hidden underneath the sheep. As soon as they were out of the cave, Odysseus jumped to the ground. He cut his men free, and they all ran for their ships, taking the Cyclops' fat sheep with them. Ooh, more sheep. When Odysseus and his men were safely aboard their ship, the great king could not resist taunting the monster. Listen, Cyclops, if anyone asks who blinded you, tell them it was King Odysseus. Odysseus' words made the monster even more angry. If this were any other Cyclops, Odysseus would have nothing to worry about. But the monster was the son of Poseidon, the powerful god of all the oceans. The Cyclops raised his hands to the heavens. Father, listen to me, he called. You see what Odysseus has done to your son. Grant that he may never see his home again. Or, if it is your will that he does return home, may he lose all his friends along the way and find new troubles waiting for him in his own house. Uh-oh. Not a good idea to tease monsters who have friends in high places. Odysseus still has many troubles to face on his journey. Will the Cyclops curse come true? Alright. So this gives us our hint of what we need to do. Oh, return to game, please. Alright. So, we're supposed to blind this Cyclops. Now, this is a kid's game, so I'm sure we aren't going to be shoving a burning piece of wood in his eye. Ooh, map! Yes, that's what I want. So there's got to be a different way to do this. Is this something? No, there's like a white something, and I want it, and I can't get to it. Alright, well, first things first, we are supposed to give some wine to the Cyclops. So, drink up, buddy.
Say, how about some nice red wine?
Salud.
Don't mind if I do.
Alright. Chug, 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 chug. Oh.
Careful, it's pretty strong stuff.
Really? Ooh, dear. Yeah.
This is good wine. Wine worthy of noble Polyphemus. What is your name, little man? Polyphemus wants to give you a reward.
Mm-hmm. With a laugh like that, I'm sure it's good.
Something smells kind of rotten about this.
So if
He's
you remember
acting
the
friendly,
story...
But I don't like the look in his eye. Yeah,
That eye. We're gonna make up a name, because as you remember, in the story, he told him his name was No One.
Why, noble one-eyed monster, I am, nobody.
Nobody, huh? That's a funny name.
Yeah, hilarious.
Polyphemus likes you.
Got picked on in school all the time.
Thanks, big guy. I like you too.
So I will eat you last.
Joy. Alright. So we can't do anything with this giant stick, which is what traditionally they would have done. Can I do anything with the people? Hey y'all. What you up to? Nothing. Okay. So, in order to blind Polyphemus, we will use... maybe. There we go. This blanket. We're gonna put that on his face.
Keep sleeping, big fella.
And now
Wow. You're even uglier up close, aren't
he
you?
is. Oh.
You blinded
Yes.
great Polyphemus.
Yes, totally blind.
Give me my eye back.
Irreversibly blind.
Big trouble.
You'll never see again. It's such a tragedy.
You haven't won, little men. No one can escape my cave. I can still smell you all.
Charming. Well, we did see this straw. Oh, his friends are here.
Polyphemus, we hear screaming. You all right? No! Polyphemus has been blinded by little soldier man. Who is the little soldier, Polyphemus? It's nobody! What? Nobody! Nobody is attacking Polyphemus! Well, then nobody's gonna rescue you, too.
That's a thigh slapper right there. Alright. Oh, you poor dim-witted fool. Alright, so I want this because I just saw it fall and it's a new item. So, of course, in adventure games, we go and grab it. So the next thing we do is we are going to, as the story said, put ourselves on the sheep. Can I open the door? No. Let's go ahead and we'll use that straw we just picked up to make rope because, of course, we get... Here it goes. We've got this straw and we're going to use it with the sheep and tie us and all of our men onto the bottom of the sheep just like it did in the story. Oh, shush. We don't want them to know we're here. Stop bleeding!
You sound hungry, my sheep.
Yes, they do.
I'll let you out.
Yes, you
But
should.
say goodbye to the nice sailors.
I think it's a mouse.
They won't be here when you come back.
Nope, we won't. Polyphemus, you got that on the head. 100%. The way they walk. Alright. Shh, 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 don't tell anybody.
Polyphemus will get you, little nobody. I will hunt you down like a stinking dog until I have my revenge.
Stinky? Stinky? Excuse me? That does it! I've gotta teach this big bully a few manners!
Oh, get your temper under control.
Give him a piece. Play it safe.
So, in the book, he told him who it was. So, even though I would love to play it safe and leave, because what's he gonna do? He's got a big blue blanket over his head. He's obviously blind forever. But, because he did it in the book, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, let's tell him what we think of him. In a polite and dignified manner, of course. Oh yeah, you big bully? Well, do your worst, because I, Odysseus of Ithaca, don't care about your silly threats. I win!
Oh dear. Oh, Odysseus.
Odysseus, huh? Well, Polyphemus curses you, Odysseus, in the name of my father, Poseidon. My daddy is the god of the seas, so now you will never see your home again.
Well, that makes two of us, huh, big guy?
Oh.
Unless you figured out a way to see again.
Just pull the blanket off your face and all you gotta do. No? Okay. Well, with that being said, I think we can leave Polyphemus to his temporary blindness and get back on our boat. It is time to get the heck out of here, take our magic map, and travel on to parts unknown. So, that's going to be all for this episode. We are here with Wishbodysseus here, Eurylochus, sheep, and duck. We're building up quite a little crew on the sternum, the bow of our trireme, our Greek ship. So, until next time, that's all we're going to do for today. We're going to go ahead and look at another island in the next video. See you then. So, what he's saying here is, oh dear. Oh dear. And then it restarted. Fantastic. Fan-flippin-tastic. We're back at the beginning.
Hey, if you just go clicking that thing at
Yes,
everyone,
yes,
you might...
I know what I'm doing. Loaded.